On this National Nurses Day, we are highlighting nurses around the world who are risking their lives, working tirelessly on the front lines of this pandemic.
Yeah, but there is an emotional, physical impact of the pandemic as well, and it's evident. A new poll shows healthcare workers are now so burnt out, 30% of them have considered leaving the profession. I want to bring in the president of the American Nurses Association, Dr. Ernest Grant. Dr. Grant, thank you for being with us once again, actually. But we have this 6 in 10 healthcare workers say stress from the pandemic has negatively impacted their mental health. What do we do about that?
I think there's a lot of things that we can do. First of all is make certain that nurses get the mental health care that they need. Obviously, they need to take care of themselves before they can provide the care that their patients need. We know that when you go to work and you have other things on your mind, you have stressors and things like that, there's always the increased chance of mistakes and things of that sort. So, there's a lot of things such as, having a full day off instead of, having to split your shift perhaps and come into work because of a shortage of staffing, or, being able to have access to community health resources to where you can get the mental health, care that you need.
Dr. Grant, you are actually calling on Congress to step in and help with this. From a legislative perspective, what needs to be done to take care of these ever important healthcare workers?
There's a shortage of healthcare, mental health professionals to provide the much needed, counseling that is needed. So we're calling on Congress to appropriate funds to that would allow for increase, individuals to enter or to become mental health counselors to assist with that, and also to set up mental health counseling centers around the country that members of the healthcare team can take advantage of.
Dr. Grant, we cited that number, 30% of folks in the profession have considered leaving the profession, but we also saw it at some point during the pandemic, more people were actually starting to try to apply to medical school. There was more interest in getting into the medical profession. Are you seeing, just as some people may be trying to step away because of what they just went through in the pandemic, is there an increased interest? Is there any way to measure if you have more people interested in the profession of nursing?
Yes, thank you for that question. There is a tremendous increase. When I have spoken with deans and directors of nursing programs across the country, they are reporting that there is a waiting list to get into their programs. The problem, however, is that there's not enough nursing faculty. There's not enough, you have to not enough clinical spaces for students to be able to go out and practice so that they can become proficient once they do graduate. So, and of course, a lot of the nursing faculty themselves, as I stated, there's not enough of them. So, sort of a domino effect, but we're very happy that people are answering the call to want to join the nursing profession, which I think is the greatest profession known to man.
I think a lot of people have recognized that over this past year, Dr. Grant, and sure, we have, rung bells. We have applauded our healthcare workers, our nurses specifically, for all that they've done. But I would love for you to share with us how we can collectively and perhaps even individually, personally, show that support to nurses on this National Nurses Day.
Well, thank you very much. What I would like to do is myself personally wish every nurse out there Happy Nurses Day. I think for the general public, there's a couple of things you can do. One, if you know a nurse personally, just say hello, say thank you, maybe cook them a special meal or something, or some flowers. I think the best thing that the whole country can do is to make sure that everyone gets vaccinated. The sooner we get enough people vaccinated, the sooner we can return to normal, whatever that's going to look like post-COVID. But I think that's the greatest gift that people could give nurses on National Nurses Day, is to make the commitment to go out and get vaccinated. And if they are vaccinated, then get others in the community vaccinated as well.
That is actually so beautiful. Hadn't thought of that, but wow, that makes so much sense, because we've said this, when you get vaccinated, it's not just about you, it's about helping others and to help those healthcare workers who have put their lives on the line. Thank you for putting that so eloquently. American Nurses Association President Dr. Ernest Grant, thank you again for being on the show. We know you've been here before. We hope you come back.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.